Okay, great. We're back at Empire of the Sun for the last card play of turn three. What happened in the meantime, if you remember, was Malaya. They finally took over Dutch East Indies and that good stuff, and we were able to occupy and we were able to conquer two Progress door hackers with Dimasur and Kusei. And so what happened was is that I went ahead and played Operation Watchtower out of the FL, and that's a surprise attack. Oh wait, before I did that, he had a card. I just did the attack here. Remember, I did the attack here using the Operation Attachment card, the three card that I had, and I attacked Akyab and was able to knock off one of his half armies here. So it was his card play. He played a War in Europe card for the event, which brought the War in Europe down to here. It's still in level one, but it's -2 level. We're still at level one, but just tickling level two. So uh, he played that for the event, and then I went and I played Operation Watchtower for the event, and I played it realizing that the Japanese had an empty hand. They didn't have any more cards left in their hand, and so I knew I was going to be able to pull off the invasion and the surprise attack, and he couldn't do anything about it. He can't roll. He has no cards, and I think that's something you should consider playing, or how you play a surprise attack is to wait until the very end of the turn. Don't play surprise attacks right away. Wait until the end of the turn. That way, the Japanese have fewer cards or no cards in their hands, and their ability to react to a surprise attack is minimized, if not completely eliminated. So that's what I did. I completely uh, drained his hand and then played Operation Watchtower out of the FO. And I was able to basically go and attack and occupy and await them. Okay, and then I PBM'd my most of my naval forces to come here, and then I also did an advance. Went out of Port Moresby. It was from I think it was from Gilly Gilly, and then I went up and occupied Lai. Okay, with my two U.S. Army corps that were down here from Gilly Gilly. What I did was I did a strat move, moved out there. Okay, then I PBM'd after this battle here. I PBM'd the Enterprise to Lai to give it some air power up here to counter this Japanese air unit that's in BWAC. Okay, so that he doesn't have air supremacy here in southern New Guinea. Okay, so that's what I did. So with that, that was the last of the cards, and we went into the political phase of turn three, and he, you know, conquered Dutch East Indies, conquered Burma, and of course my political will fell to 2 points, and so my political will is now +4, which is not too bad, considering that he's already played the Tojo cards. I'm not terribly worried about it. But then, of course, he did play the Tojo card for the event, for the points, and so he's going to have to do a reshuffle of his cards, which reintroduces Tojo back into the deck. But the worst that's going to happen is he'll knock off 3 political will if he gets Tokyo Rose and the 2 political will for Tojo with a +1. So hopefully that's not an issue. That won't be an issue next turn. Okay, so that's what I did, and then I brought in my reinforcements and replacements. And anyway, talked us down my big naval air base because I figured I'm going to have to be, you know, eventually have to pick up Kwajalein, I guess, and then would be my move next turn to try to conquer the Marshall Islands in order to get my progress of the war that way. Okay, and in the CBI, I was able to take my 2 land replacements from replacements, reinforcements and replacements, and replace and build up these two, the Aussie and the 33rd British Corps to full strength again. So the Indians not yet, unfortunately. So it's going to take a while for us to get that going. And that's it. Um, So the next turn he has to play. He has to bring in the reinforcement replacements. Okay, and I think I brought in, yeah, I brought in my new ASP, so I'm at the 4 ASPs now. Okay, and oh, I should show you my cards, I guess. I don't know if you actually see the cards when I do this. Open this window. I think maybe not. So just to show you what I have this submarine card, which is nice. This is the good one too. This is the British X craft, which means I can go in and sink a ship or sink flip a naval unit, even if it isn't active. Okay, so that's nice. That's the good one. So let me just show you what a card. It's Trade Wind Task Force, China Offensive, Burma Offensive, Quadrant Conference, which is another get out of ISR card. Operation Sand Crab Cottage, which is a 2 card because the only way you can play it for the event is if you go up to Alaska and do it. It has to be operations in Alaska. All right, so here we are. Here are our cards, and I have put in the FO, the Heroic Repair card. I put that in the FO. So here's our cards for next turn. 7 of them. Um, Not especially strong, but there it is. All right, so see that